Hello students, this is Amardeep Singh, your computer teacher, and today we are going to continue with the same chapter looping in Python. In this session we'll discuss about pass statement. So let's discuss about pass statement. The pass statement is used as a placeholder for future code. When the pass statement is executed, then nothing happens, but you avoid getting an error if you will try to run empty code block. In Python, empty code block is not allowed. It means if you will try to run an empty code block, then Python will generate error. So if you want to avoid that error, then you have to write a pass statement as a placeholder, as a dummy statement, so that in future you will remove pass statement and write the actual code that you want to write at that place. So let's demonstrate how we can use pass statement and where the pass statement is basically required. In this loop, we have defined a loop starting from 1 to 5. Then it will print these two statements for 4 times, starting from 1 to 4. So when you will press enter, then you can see all the statements are running repetitively. Then now I'm going to define a condition inside this one. If any condition may be I equals to 2, then but I have defined a condition, but I my the statement inside this condition is depending on some another code. For example, in a large project, in a big project, if you will work on a big project in future, then in case of a project, some statements are depending on some future module. For example, if you are writing a code, then during the writing of that code, some programming code may depend on another future code. So that means I'm not sure about what to write here inside this if statement, so I want to leave it as a blank statement. So if you will try to run this program, this statement, if statement without any body, then uh, Python system will interpreter will generate an error. The error is expected an indented block. So that means in Python you can't leave any block, any code block blank or empty. So in here you have to place some dummy statement that will use as a dummy code. So in future when you will get the idea what to write here, then you will remove that dummy code and you will replace that statement with the actual code. So pass statement, you will write pass statement here, pass. So pass is working as a dummy statement only. So when you will save the code, run the code, then loop is working. So that means pass statement is doing nothing here, right? So it's a rule in Python that whenever you will define a block, then you must have to write code inside that block. If you will leave that block blank empty, then you have to write pass statement. For example, I'm going to remove this code. So this loop is correct. Then uh, press F5, hello is printing. So if I will leave the block and print statement out of the loop, then now we have left this for loop without any body. So when you will try to run, then same error is occurred because nothing we didn't write anything inside the body of that for loop. So you can write pass here. Then this loop will execute 5 times, but it will print nothing. After the completion of loop, the print statement will be executed because print is out of the loop. Then here we are having output. In the same way, if you are going to define some condition only, for example, I'm going to define an if statement. If uh, 10 greater than 3, I'm going to define a static condition only. Then I'll leave the condition body and define else statement and print by. So that means inside this section we didn't define anything. But according to the Python rules, we have to define something. We can't leave a block empty. So if you will try to run this statement, the same exception, same error is occurred here. So if you want to leave this section blank, then you have to write pass statement here, and now you are going to run this one. So that is all about pass statement. So pass statement is doing nothing in any code, but it's just a placeholder statement. So that is all about pass statement. So it was all about current session and current chapter also. If you people are having any kind of doubt related to current topic or any topic in current chapter, then you